So good afternoon, everyone. We are continuing with chapter number 4, that is business services. And yesterday we discussed what e-banking exactly is, and we talked about various types of e-banking, wherein we talked about EDI, credit cards, POS, EFT, ATM. Right? These were the e-banking services. So now we're going to start upon discussing what exactly are the benefits of these e-banking. Right. So usually we know, let's just talk in plain language when we talk about e-banking. So what is there? It is having convenience. The first thing that it is provided is what? It is convenience, right? That it is very, very convenient for us to go into, such kind of e-banking system. Reason being because it is very, very easy and convenient for us to sit at our home or anywhere, wherever we are, maybe at our office, at our workplace or anywhere, and we could just go on doing our things, right? It is very, very convenient. The second thing is it takes less of the time. You don't have to go to any of the bank branches, and you need to stand in for the queue or wait for somebody to start on. So you don't need to wait too much. It's just in your hands. In one click, you are good to go, right? So that is how it goes on. So when we talk about the benefits of e-banking, the first one is anytime service. Now, what anytime service is basically, you can see the clock, right? So what does it symbolize? It symbolizes that you can do whatever you want to do at any particular point of time, right? Let's say, let's talk about an example. Maybe I want to do an online shopping, or maybe I want to do e-banking, and you need to use internet banking for some reason, right? So what will happen? It will happen that at night also, at night 2 a.m. also, if I want to do any purchase or any sale or any transfer of funds, I'm able to do it. I am not going to any bank branch and doing something, isn't it? So I'm not waiting, or I am not going to any bank branch and waiting there for the people to just allow me to go on with any kind of transfer or anything. It is a round the clock service. It's like 24/7. Usually it happens that so when we talk about anytime service, it is basically what? 24/7 service. That is basically 24-hour service, which is available for 7 days, right? So when we talk about this one, it is basically that it is available anytime. You can access it anytime, right? Usually it happens that on national holidays, or there are particular bank branches time, like 5 o'clock the bank branch closes. So if you want to do any of the transaction or any of the transfer, you can do it at 6, 7, 8 p.m. as well, right? So it depends on you. It is with you. You don't need to be dependent on anybody. You don't need anybody else to go on with that, right? So this is again when we talk about anytime service. No further explanation. I think it is self-explanatory. Anytime service, it is basically 24/7 kind of a service. That means it is available whenever you want to assess it. The next one when we talk about is anywhere banking. Now just see in the picture, what is it showing? The person is sitting high on a range, mountain range, I don't know where exactly. So you can either do it at home, or you can do it at office, or wherever you are. You can just, it depends on just a click, right? It is not that you should be physically present in there at the branch and then only it will be, it will go on. It is anywhere banking. That is wherever I am, even if I am in this country or out of country, or anywhere, I can just access my bank account and I can go on with e-banking. I can go on with electronic banking. So it can either be at home or at office or anywhere wherever you feel like, right? Next is it creates financial discipline. Now, when we talk about financial discipline, you see in there, anybody who could tell me what do we call these? There is a particular word what we call for these 6 which are there, which are shown in there. I don't remember the name. I actually don't know. Just skipped out of my mind. So there's a particular name what we call to this particular game. Okay. So when we talk about this one, basically what happens, I think I got the answer. Yeah, absolutely right. Thank you, Harshita, Ankita. Darshika, Vansh, Ambika, Himanshu, Aryan, Samay, Dhruv. So yeah, it is domino, right? I just skipped out of my mind. So it is dominoes, right? So in childhood also we used to play this kind of a game that when we just put one domino down, the other all the dominoes they go down. So exactly where what does it symbolize is basically financial discipline. फाइनेंशियल डिसिप्लिन कैसे होगा जैसे हम इफ वी डू एनी ऑफ द ट्रांजैक्शन हम चाहे ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग की करते हैं या हम लोग ट्रांसफर ऑफ फंड्स की करते हैं या हम कोई सा भी ट्रांजैक्शन करते हैं या व्हाटएवर वी डू all these things are recorded in the sense you can take a screenshot. Usually it happens no if your parents or you also do any kind of online shopping और जब हम payment कर देते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं we have this tendency of taking a screenshot. Why? Because we have the proof, right? Usually it happens that it creates a financial discipline because you can record everything. आपके पास सारी चीजें already record में रहेंगी कि मैंने यहाँ payment करी थी, मैंने यहाँ से पैसे लिए थे, इतना मैंने खर्च कर दिया है, इतना मेरे अकाउंट में ऑलरेडी बचा है. सो एवरीथिंग कैन बी रिकॉर्डेड विद योरसेल्फ. आप उसका रिकॉर्ड बना के अपने पास रख सकते हैं, राइट? सो दिस इज फाइनेंशियल डिसिप्लिन. फाइनेंशियल डिसिप्लिन का मतलब क्या हुआ? दैट यू हैव all the records with yourself and it is easy for you and convenient for you कि आप कभी भी किसी भी time you can just go through it, okay? Or you can just take part in it, okay? Okay, fine. So let's get to the next one. It says less risk and greater security. Now, when we talk about less risk and greater security, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? That risk of handling cash is reduced. Like we talked about, one of the things wherein we talked about कि किसी के पास अगर 5 लाख रुपीस है, right? If I keep it with myself and मेरे पास बहुत सारा cash हो जाएगा, it will be difficult. Space भी लगेगी because I have to keep it somewhere. Security कितनी ज़्यादा हो जाएगी because I have to see कि कोई it does not get robbed. I have to see that also. तो क्या होता है हमारा रिस्क जो है वो कम हो जाता है और सिक्योरिटी भी ज़्यादा हो जाती है. कैसे? बिकॉज यूजुअली क्या होता है हम लोग बैंक अकाउंट से ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं दूसरे व्हाट वी से इन पेटीएम वॉलेट और एनी ऑफ दी बैंक मनी वॉलेट्स. we usually do this kind of a thing only that we usually transfer it to our wallets. उससे क्या होगा? आप virtually अपने पास पैसे रख रहे हो. You are keeping the money virtually with you. That means आपके हाथ में in hand तो liquid cash नहीं है. If I go if I use a public transport और उनके पास पेटीएम या कोई वॉलेट नहीं है, सो अगर वो मुझसे कहते हैं मैम यू नीड टू गिव कैश, तो मेरे पास कैश तो नहीं है ना देने के लिए. सो दैट इज आई एम नॉट हैंडलिंग कैश basically, but I am keeping it with me virtually. And nowadays even small, if I talk about a really small, I have seen a person who was selling some vegetables, a vendor, actually a vendor of vegetables. He was also having Paytm. He had this kind of a slip and something, and he said ma'am if you want to pay with Paytm you can just scan it and you can pay. So this is the kind of technology what is happening, that people don't want to take the risk of handling the cash. बोलते हैं ना ज़्यादा कैश लेके नहीं जाना है बाहर. Why do they say? Because it is actually very difficult. आपको खुद को भी संभालना है and you need to take care of the cash as well. और उसकी बहुत ज़्यादा सेफ्टी होती है अलग टाइप. सो अगेन अगर हम ई बैंकिंग के बेनिफिट्स की बात करें तो एक सबसे प्राइम अगर मैं बात करूं बेनिफिट की तो दैट इज सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द मनी. दैट मीन्स जो रिस्क होता है पैसे हैंडलिंग का, एक तो वो कम हो जाते हैं और सिक्योरिटी ज़्यादा हो जाती है बिकॉज इट इज ऑल सिक्योर्ड, राइट? एंड सर्टेनली एवरी ट्रांजैक्शन एवरीथिंग इज रिकॉर्डेड विथ यू. आप कभी भी कैसे भी एक्सेस कर सकते हो उसको. देयर इज नो हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल कि मुझे जाना पड़ेगा बैंक एंड देन मुझे क्यू में लगना पड़ेगा. आई हैव टू वेट अलोंग फॉर दैट थिंग. सो इट इज easy and convenient for me that way. Okay, let's come to the next one. Workload on branches reduced. Now if you see in this picture, just tell me how many of you have ever went to a bank branch. It could be any private bank also and government bank also, any bank. I'm not talking about a particular bank in here. किसी ने कभी ऐसे फेस किया है कि इतनी मतलब I'll tell you मैंने कब फेस किया. I have faced this when demonetization happened. So there is a lot, it was a big queue and people were rushing onto the bank branches. और इतनी भीड़ थी that इतनी मुश्किल से chance आती थी to go on and get the money converted or get the withdrawn done from your own bank account. So that is where I faced it. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Yes ma'am, yes I have also faced. Well, I never went to bank. Okay. So the one who has never been to a bank, you should actually visit a bank. As a commerce student, so definitely you should go. Acha, wow, your father is in bank and then also you did not go. Very good. Chalo, koi nahi. So yeah, let's talk about this one. Workload on bank branches. अब क्या हुआ, जैसे मैंने बात करी, usually it happens if I want to do any of the transaction or anything, then I have to go to a bank and I have to wait there. मैं वहाँ wait करूँगी and then I will wait for the other people to tell me, okay ma'am, you know your chance will be this, or you have to wait for another half an hour, फिर आपकी chance आएगी और आपका काम हो पाएगा. So that is again भाई इतनी भीड़ हो जाती है, your chance is, you know, your turn comes too late. So again, if I'm sitting at my home and I want to do something, I want to make an FD, I want to go transfer funds, or I want to check how much balance am I having, I can do it sitting at my home only. So इससे लोग भी कम जाएंगे. And when we relate this particular point to the current situation, when we talk about the current situation, which is, you know, coronavirus, what is going on right now, it is good because certainly we are sitting at home and we can assess it, right? Rather than going to banks and standing in, you know, among too many people and then having a conversation or something. So again, this is a good thing, right? So एक और जो benefit है वो है workload on branches reduced. और अगर हम अभी certain situation अभी की बात करें present की, तो again, you know, risk of coronavirus is also reduced. Why it is reduced? Because definitely if you're not, you know, going on and meeting people in certain branches or something, it will be beneficial for us only, right? Okay. So these were the benefits. So let's just take a 1 minute break. So here we're done with the banking services. We are talking about business services. So business services में first था हमारा banking. We are done with this. And now we're proceeding to the second service, which is insurance. So now in the first chapter, in the second chapter, even in the third chapter, we talked a bit about insurance. So let's study in depthly what exactly it means and what benefits it gives to the people. So contract in writing. So when we talk about insurance, it is basically a contract. Let me just read out the whole thing first. Contract in writing, whereby one party called the insurer, that means two parties are there. The first one is insurer, agrees in consideration of either a single or a periodical payment called the premium to indemnify another party called the insured. The other person is insured against the loss or damage resulting on the happening of a specified event or events. So now let me just simplify whatever it is written here. Insurance is basically what? It is basically a contract, and contract be in writing. Usually people say na, whatever you have, whatever things you are having, whatever important is there, usko hamesha written mein rakhna chahiye apne paas. So again, when we talk about this contract, it is in writing, and writing दो parties के बीच में. एक पार्टी होती है insurer और second party होती है insured. ये वाला insurer and the second one is insured. Now who is the insurer? Insurer basically, if I talk about an example, so अगर मैंने education loan लिया, let's suppose I am going for my further studies and I think I want to do PhD and I want to move out of country for the same, so I am taking an education loan from ICICI Bank, let's suppose. ठीक है, so अब मैंने लोन तो ले लिया, उसके बाद अगर मैं इंश्योरेंस की बात करूँ, अगर मुझे अपनी इंश्योर करनी है अपनी एजुकेशन, राइट, जैसे कि जो इंश्योरेंस होता है वो होम इंश्योरेंस भी होता है आपका, वो फायर इंश्योरेंस भी होता है आपका, फैक्ट्री इंश्योरेंस भी होता है, बिजनेस इंश्योरेंस भी होता है, तो अलग अलग टाइप का होता है. ओके, सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट बिजनेस फर्स्ट. अगर मैं बिजनेस इंश्योरेंस की बात करूँ, तो मेरी एक शॉप है, मैंने एक शॉप खोल रखी है, राइट, एंड वहाँ पे मैंने इंश्योरेंस ले लिया ताकि मेरी कभी शॉप में आग लग गई, इफ फायर कैचेस, सो आई कुड गेट सम रिम्बर्समेंट, मुझे कुछ पैसे मिल जाए उसके अगेंस्ट, राइट, इसलिए हम इंश्योरेंस करते हैं. पहली चीज़. सेकेंड चीज़, इस सिचुएशन में जब मैं इंश्योरेंस ले रही हूँ, so I will be the insurer. So the party who is taking the insurance is basically insurer. Guys, just wait a minute.